If you received a Form 1099-G in the mail, you might be wondering, what is this form and why do I have it? And more importantly, do you have to pay taxes on the money listed on it? So I've been in business for a very long time, but I'm not a tax professional. This video is just general information to help you guys out. Now, with that said, let's break down what Form 1099-G is, why you received it, and how it could impact your taxes. So, what is Form 1099-G? This is known as a certain government payments form, and it's issued by federal, state, or local governments to report certain types of payments you may have received throughout the year. So here are some of the most common reasons you might get a 1099-G. You could get one for unemployment benefits, like say if you received unemployment compensation, that income is reported on a 1099-G. Or maybe you'd get one for state or local tax refunds. If you itemized deductions last year and got a state tax refund, it might be considered taxable income. There's also agricultural payments. Some people get them for these. And these are just farm subsidies that are reported on this form. Then you could also get one for reemployment trade adjustment assistance, also known as RTAA. If you received government reemployment benefits, they're reported here. So if you receive this form, it's important to understand how it affects your taxes, because in some cases you may owe taxes on the amount listed. So how does this form impact your taxes? The reason kind of breaks down as to why you receive the payment. So for unemployment compensation, those unemployment benefits are considered taxable income, and you'll need to report them on your federal tax return. If you didn't have taxes withheld for your unemployment payments, you could owe taxes when you file. Or state or local tax refunds. If you claimed the standard deduction last year, you likely don't have to pay taxes on your state tax refund. But if you itemized deductions and deducted state taxes, your refund might be taxable and must be reported as income. Then as far as the government payments or assistance goes, let's say you received agricultural payments or other government subsidies, these could be taxable income as well. It kind of depends on your situation. A little bit of a pro tip here, like say if you received unemployment benefits and didn't have taxes withheld, you may owe federal and possibly state income taxes when you file. It's a good idea to set that money aside for taxes when claiming unemployment. Now let's break this down. How to report a 1099-G on your tax return. If the 1099-G form you received is taxable, you'll need to report it on your tax return, and here's how you do it. So for unemployment benefits, you'll have to report the amount from box 1 of your 1099-G on Form 1040, Schedule 1, Line 7. For state or local tax refunds, like say if your refund is taxable, it's reported on Schedule 1, Line 10 of Form 1040. For government assistance payments, these may be reported as other income on Schedule 1, Line 8. And guys, if you need help filing, like myself, I use H&R Block and it helps make it super simple. What I like about H&R Block is they make sure of what I'm reporting is correct. If you're self-employed or tracking multiple income sources, QuickBooks can also be a helpful tool. I'll throw all links to resources down in the description. So some common mistakes to avoid with Form 1099-G. One of the biggest things you want to avoid is not reporting taxable income. The IRS receives a copy of that 1099-G, so failing to report it can trigger an audit. You also don't want to forget about your tax refund, obviously, right? If you itemized deductions last year, just double check if your state tax refund is taxable. Another mistake is not withholding taxes from unemployment. I see this a lot. Many people forget to withhold taxes on unemployment and sometimes can pay a surprise tax bill. So some final thoughts on this, because it was a lot, honestly. If you received a Form 1099-G, don't ignore it. Some payments are taxable and some aren't, so it's important to understand how it affects your tax return before you file. Again, if you need help organizing your income or expenses, QuickBooks is what I use for all my small businesses. And if you need help filing taxes, H&R Block is my go-to. I'll throw all the affiliate links in the description. And guys, if you have any further questions, hit me up down below in the comments. But please, before you go, you need to check out this next video. I'm confident you're gonna love it.